Hey everybody, it's Wednesday and you're not looking at me. We're gonna try something a little bit different today. You guys are gonna be my guinea pigs and I'm gonna need your responses, your feedback, your ideas, your thoughts on something. I bought something in hopeful, that's not a real phrase, in hopes that it will help us maybe have some more options for these Wednesday videos. And cause I'm a sucker for some ads on Facebook and crap. So I bought this thing. Let's back up and you can see the whole thing. It's a light thing that holds your phone. Okay. I guess that's a thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to hook it up here. So my phone is now in it. And the only downside from where I'm at right now is hopefully you can hear me okay. Two, it's a little bit weird in that I can't really see if we're in frame or not, although we're far enough away. Maybe we're too far away. If I hit 2.5 on the phone, oh boy, is that in focus? Moderately looks like it's in focus. It's something else. I think we're keeping the phone far enough away that's able to focus. So let's pop this back to 1. So this is 1, that's 2.5. I feel like 1 is awfully far away if I was actually showing something. But I also, from where I'm sitting at the desk, I pretty much can't see the phone screen to tell, and it actually feels like I'm feeling like excuse me, like I'm way too low, even though in frame it looks pretty good. About the cough, I've had a cough since, and a cold, since middle of last week, early last week. And I have tested myself twice for COVID and it's come back negative both times. It's just kind of this sinusy, phlegmy junk, really. And it, for the most part, it's fine, other than as we get closer to the evening, I get more kind of post-nasal drip and it gives me these tickles and nonstop coughs. Okay, just so we know there, we're good. All right, now let's try moving this. I'm gonna try moving this whole thing back a little bit, and we can angle this thing. I go all the way to the edge. And if I lower this, sorry if this is gonna be jarring here a little bit. This thing doesn't like retract super easily. That's actually pretty nice. Now, is that in focus? Nice thing is here, I can do this here at the desk and I can increase the light, because the light on this thing is pretty crap. Does that look in focus to you guys? That looks not bad. Let's grab a thing here. And this is kind of like where my eyesight is, and I can actually paint. Sorry. This is pretty sweet. Okay, now don't freaking focus on the paintbrush, you stupid damn thing. Yeah, it's focusing on the paintbrush. This is the phone. This is not the issue with the light thing. But this thing I'm actually pretty excited about. I'm gonna try upping the light on my overhead lamp here and see. Is that too bright? We're only at 25% right here. It doesn't seem too bad. Sorry, this is probably not riveting at all. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to kind of figure this out. If I do, as soon as I do this, this guy isn't in focus. Instead, the brush is in focus. Maybe I can figure out how to take off. If I just focus on him. Now let's see if, oh, look at that. It's staying focused on him. Okay, yay, technology. All right, I really like this because I can actually look either right at the phone, that's funny, to try to paint from the phone screen, or I can I can actually just look directly below the phone and I have a pretty nice line of sight, and you won't get my head in the shot. This is kind of like better than my stupid regular painting camera setup. I just need to be able to get that camera to do this and not hit me in the forehead to do so. Okay, so by doing this, I think we can have some cool stuff here on the Wednesday videos. Maybe not everyone, but if there's a cool little thing, or maybe if you guys have ideas for a quick tip or something that I could, in theory, if I have a model primed. I do have a handful of models primed. I got some more these guys primed. So I got some of those Beaky Marines. I got some other random stuff primed around here. You should be able to do a pretty good job of keeping something ready. Real quick though, before I forget, I want to try to do this 2.5 zoom. Oh yeah. Look at that. Makes my paint job kind of look like shit, but whatever. Yeah, we can get right up in here and show that. Cool. Okay. All right. So ideas. Otherwise, I can just randomly do something some days because usually I'm not really good about planning ahead stuff. But I'm going to show you a couple of things here that I want to talk about. These are going to be more showcased in this week's video. This is a Plague Bearer, lovely little gooey boy that I painted in the at Warhammer World when we got to test out the new contrast paints and the new shades. And he was painted almost entirely with the new shade range. Of course, they're across the room right now. I have all the freaking contrast paints right next to me. But I wanted to see, he's just primed white, and then I went directly over the white with the different contrast, or excuse me, the different new shades. And like, if you look underneath his legs up there, see it's kind of a dark brown underneath there to try to build some shadows in those little wrinkles on his side there, while taking like an Agrax Earth shade and just kind of doing that. But mostly just getting some different greens. The new blue, they have a new blue out that's more like a true blue. Put that around a couple places to test that. Some of like the skin tones and reds around his rump and inside the things. There's a new color called it's like Berserker Blood Rage. I don't know. It's a blood it's a blood color, but it's almost like a blood like a drying oxidized blood paint, and I really like that one. That one's super cool. It's like, I think it's some of his mouth too. I can't remember all the colors. The yellow boil sorry, and his guts here, there was a little contrast paint used there. And then for everything I did highlight up with some off-whites to build back up some quick highlights. But this was like an hour mostly just futzing about. And then to really kind of push the contrast paints, excuse me, the new shades in some more traditional ways, the kind of techniques that one were taught from a basic level, and then a few more kind of intermediate, what I would consider intermediate skills with shades. I did on this model that I painted for this week's video. I attempted to paint him in kind of a pretty standard Games Workshop style, where it's more vibrant and well-defined and a lot of edge highlights, a lot of defined spaces. And I was really happy with how he turned out. He took me majority of a day. I mean, I was experimenting a lot with different things and futzing about to kind of get him to get him done, but all things considered, I really was happy with how he turned out. And he seems a little bit blown out right now. I wonder if that's just, that is, his color is a little bit more deep and saturated than it's showing. The red's showing pretty good on the screen. I purposely tried to do his shield brighter and more vibrant than the rest of him. I think that's kind of the interesting part of this model. And I think it's fun, even when it's not like the face or the skin or whatever. The thing that most stands out is unique in the model to highlight that through color choice. And on all of his cloth and stuff, I was trying to do some variations with different shades to make some of these different colors, and it wasn't working very well. And it takes forever for these new shades to dry. Well, not forever, but it probably does take a solid 10 minutes, and not like a short 10 minutes. You know, when they say 10 minutes and it's actually like 5, it's like, when I say 10 minutes, I mean like actually 10 to 15 minutes. And I did use the hair dryer to kind of help it out, but it didn't really work really well. I talk about that in the video as well. I probably could push it more, but then I think when I tried to do that, it would end up being really obvious color changes, and then I think he would just look silly. So I didn't go through with that. But really working with base layer plus wash plus building back up highlights is the majority of everything that is needed to do for a paint job like this. And these new shades do it better because they do less, most of the shades do less overall staining over the model. So that is something that, oh yeah, look at that. I think it looks better when you zoom out. You can't see all the little imperfections. And I didn't try to fix much, but anyway, I'd never painted one of these swamp bogglers before. He was a fun model to paint. I don't know if I'd want to paint a whole army of them. If I did, I'd do a different scheme than this because this is a little bit boring. I mean, it looks cool, and probably if you had a whole army like this, it would look pretty neat. Yeah, that's kind of the big things I wanted to just kind of go over, was to see if we can get this working, how this works. This light is kind of all, it can all compact and go away in this tiny little box, so I can have my basic how I want it set up, throw it away in the cupboard, bring it back out and do this. So what are some kinds of things you'd like to see done? Something that's like sorry, God, this is terrible, I apologize. Like a 5 to 10 minute tutorial, 5 to 10 minute quick thing. What would be interesting to you? What's something you're working on and you're struggling with? I can't guarantee I can get to everything, but it's something we can talk about in these Wednesday videos. So that's it. I'm gonna leave you all from here. But before I do, I want to give you a little update on the rest of the week, because I have a couple weird things going on. Friday, I am recording the podcast, and I believe I'm going to hang out and do a live stream with Scott of painting. So I'll send out a message on the Discord, but if you're able to catch that, that'd be awesome. I think I might paint this guy, who is a infinity dude. I don't really know what my color scheme would be for these guys, which makes me a little bit nervous to do it, but I really like this new Sigvald burgundy color. So I'm thinking like a black, cream, and burgundy, and maybe some accent colors of gold, or maybe silver, I don't know. I might just futz around and see what I like. But anyway, you know, these are really high quality metal models, so let's see how it works. But so I'm doing that on Friday. But on Thursday, tomorrow, actually, Scott and I have a phone meeting with an executive of a TV production company to talk to us about our reality show, miniature painting reality show idea, which is a bit odd. So they approached us. So who knows? Probably nothing will come of it, but I'll give you the update once I hear it, once I learn it. I am going to sign off now so I don't just cough at you for another 5 minutes, but I will see you again real soon. New video on Friday, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.